We always love to debate about what are the worst skins in CS2, but we never seem to come to an agreement. So with the help of CSGO.gg's rating system, we're going to get to the bottom of these lifelong arguments. Let's start off with the first tier of weapons, which are the pistols. First up, we have the Glock Pink DD Pad with a rating of 3.5 out of 5. And I kind of don't understand it because in my opinion, it's not that bad of a skin. Next up, we have the P2000 Grassland Leaves with a rating of 2.7. Let's be real, this is just an ugly skin. Then we have the mid P250 Rebuilt with a rating of 3.4. Next up is the Tech 9 Toxic with a rating of 2.8. This is just a skin with the same pattern as the Op Asheron, but the color scheme is just not it. Then we have the ugly Dual Berettas Driftwood with an understandable rating of 2.8. Why is this even a skin Valve? Next up, we have the Poor Man's R8 Revolver Crimson Web with a rating of 2.8. Then we have the TZ75 Indigo with a rating of 2.7. In general, all Indigo skins are ugly. That color scheme is just bad. Next comes the 5.7 Forest Knight with a rating of 3.3. It is the worst rated 5.7 skin, but honestly, it's not that bad. It's just a Call of Duty camo. Next up, we have the USP Night Ops with a rating of 4. It was really hard to find a bad USP skin. They're all kind of great or just good. Now lastly, we have our beloved Desert Eagle Blaze. No, I'm just kidding, don't be mad. We have the skin Mudder with a rating of 3.9. I have to be honest, I kind of like the Mudder. But anyway, let's move on to the next tier, which are the shotguns and machine guns. First up, we have the beast that is the M249 Jungle DD Pad with a rating of 2.8. And I just want to say, what the hell is that abomination of a skin? Why would they do the M249 like that, man?
Look how they massacred my boy.
Now let's move on to the Max 7 Swag 7 with a rating of 3.6. This is just a really cringy skin, super outdated. Next we have the Sawed Off Forest DD Pad with a rating of 2.7. And yet again, the damn Forest DD Pad comes back to ruin the weapon and my eyes. Now we have the legendary Negev with the Lionfish skin. This rating of this skin is a 3.9. I actually have this skin and I must admit it, it's the most beautiful one out there. Now we have the Nova Polar Mesh with a rating of 3. I mean, there's really not much to say about this ugly skin. The last weapon on this tier list is the overpowered XM1014 with the skin Tranquility with a rating of 4.3. It's actually pretty confusing why this is the lowest rated skin, but anyway, that's it for this tier. Let's move on to the third tier of weapons, which are the SMGs. First up on this tier, we have the UMP45 Bone Pile with a rating of 4.4. Sorry to all the Bone Pile lovers out there, but this skin is just really mid. It looks like it's missing something. Next up is the PP Bison Death Rattle with a rating of 3.5. Just ugly. Now we have the MP7 Motherboard with a rating of 4. I mean, just a really bland skin, but not bad. Next up we have the MP5 Autumn Twilly with a rating of 3.9. What the hell am I even looking at? Now we have the MP9 Airlock with a rating of 4.1. I mean, another really bland SMG skin. There's not much more I can say. Next up we have the ARAD Dream Weapon that is the Mac 10 Gold Brick with a rating of 4.3. This is a really cool skin to have in your inventory. I just love it. The last weapon on this very mid skin tier list is the P90 Run or Hide with a rating of 3.4. Now I actually don't get why this weapon skin is rated so low. It's a really well made skin, but anyway, we have finally made it to the last tier of weapons, which are the beloved rifles. First weapon on this tier list is the AUG Bengal Tiger with a rating of 2.7. Jesus, people must hate the AUG to give a rating like this for a pretty good looking skin. Then we have the better AUG, which is the SG with a skin called Heavy Metal. This skin has a rating of 2.8. This is just an all over the place skin. Now we have the community hated bot gun or the Scar 20 with the skin Outbreak that has a rating of 4.4. In general, the Scar has some pretty well made skins, so it's hard to find a low rated one or even a bad one. Then we have the second bot gun G3SG1 with the Keeping Tab skin that has a rating of 4.3, another skin that's just missing something. Next up we have the famous Cyano Spatter with a rating of 2.8. This skin just looks like somebody, but You know what? Maybe I won't finish my sentence. You get the point. Next up is the Galil Chromatic Aberration with a rating of 4.3. Another weapon that just doesn't have low rated skins. I mean, the Galil doesn't really have ugly skins. Now let's move on to the SSG Mainframe 001 with a rating of 3.1. I understand this rating. Just look at the skin. That's all I have to say. Moving on, now we have the M4 Desert Strike with a rating of 3.8. This is just a really mid poor man's covert skin. And now we have the Silenced M4 with the Fizzy Pop skin. This is a 3.9 rating skin, and I see why. It's just a really strangely made skin. I don't get it. Next up we have the beloved AWP with the skin Pit Viper with a rating of 3.4. I don't get this rating because in my opinion the Pit Viper has aged quite well. And last but not least we have the AK-47 with the skin Safety Net rated at 3.8 out of 5. This is the worst skin ever. It just sucks, and I don't get why the mag is black. It just ruins the whole skin. If the mag was white, it would be a really great skin. But anyway, that's all the worst skins. But if some of you think otherwise, leave your opinion in the comment section down below. Peace.